Good morning, Amani. So good to look out and see you all here. Thank you for showing up, for your transformation, for your blessing, for your raising of the vibration of yourself and the community today. If you are ready, let's stand and sing this song that we've been singing for the last year or two together to open the space and really raise our personal energy and the energy in the room.
So that means join in. It's kind of a simple song. We want to hear y'all sing, and we want to hear y'all wiggle around a little bit. Okay, see you all wiggle around a little bit.
Sometimes you can hear it. Crick, crick.
My brain can't unhear that. Here you wiggle around. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. I say the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Strength, this strength that I have, this strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, 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 this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. You should know that this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy, yeah! This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. I said that the world didn't give it, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. You are wiggling out there. I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah. Cheers to you guys.
Great job, everybody. All right. Welcome to the Amani Center, and thank you for singing along, playing along, raising up that energy. We are ready to release the kids, so have a great time, Monica. We will see them after. They'll come up and tell us a little bit about what they did. Okay, so we are so glad you're joining us today. We like to start our service by reading our vision statement aloud, so let's do it together. We are lighting the path to peace together. So that's why we show up. That's what the Amani Center is about. That is our vision for the world, this path to peace, and that we are helping to light it as we all walk it. So thank you for being here to be part of that. There's a little bit about who we are for anyone who's newer to the Amani Center. We're an open and inclusive spiritual community, and we know that there are many paths to that oneness, to the divine, to your higher power, whatever word you want to give it. There's many ways to get there. It's different for all of us, but that doesn't mean we can't walk it in community, support each other, learn from each other, and just grow together as a community, and then again uplift the world that way. We're a place where you can learn and you can grow and you can be. So we have classes. There's a wonderful class that Pixie will talk about soon, starting shortly. We have workshops, opportunities to come in and spend a few hours doing something fun and transformational that's going to bring in some new insights for you. And then we're also just a place, a safe and a welcoming place where you can just show up and be, fill your cup. Sometimes that's what we've got. We just show up and we just receive. And that's perfect. That's wonderful. That's self-care, and thank you for doing that. Is there anyone here for the first time? If you're online or if you're in the space, we do have a little gift of some information. We can send it to you. If you're online, just put a little message, or you can DM us that you'd like to receive it. Send us your address. We'd be happy to send it to you. If anyone else didn't get that and would love to get it, you can see Gina after service. She'd be happy to give you one. One of the ways that we show up in our purpose, in our vision, is our circle of light, which is made up of our practitioners and our ministers, and we are here to do affirmative prayer with you, to remind you of the truth of your own divinity, of your own beauty, to help you bring in the things that you want to manifest. New Year is a fun time to really get clear, what is my intention this year, what do I want to bring in, and then do something with it. Set it in intention with some treatment or ritual or whatever, and we'd love to do that with you. So I'm going to ask members of our Circle of Light to raise their hands so you can see who you can reach out to. There's several of us today, so if you've got something heavy on your heart, if you've got something you haven't ignited for the year yet, anything, even if you just want to sit down with someone in treatment, please see one of us after. That's our gift to you. We love to do it. We can sit down up here. We can find a spot on the patio, whatever works for you, and we'll just take a few moments and really get things rolling in that manifestation or in that dropping of something if it needs to be released. All right, we're going to take a few moments and go through our announcements. We are still in this wonderful month of January 2025, and our theme is Rejuvenate and Reboot. And so today is the 19th, so we have the wonderful Reverend Donna Apadone speaking. Woo! So grateful member of our ministerial council. Next week we'll have our wonderful, next week is Daniel Namot, so that's going to be awesome too. Here in the space, he's going to be speaking. He's going to be bringing the music. He's also going to be here the night before Saturday, and we'll talk about that a little bit. The visioning process that we're doing this month as a community, which Janet set in place, and you might have noticed her beautiful art on the wall back there. There's some clipboards, and there is a clipboard for self, there's a clipboard for the center, and there's a clipboard for the world, and this is where you're going to write down some intention. So please, you don't write your name, you just write those intentions. There's already several wonderful, regenerative, high vibrational words on there. What do you want to bring in for yourself? What do you want to bring in for the Amani Center? And what do you want to bring in for the world? Take a minute after service. There's pins. Just write on the clipboard whatever it is you'd like to bring in, and then Janet's going to incorporate it into the art, and that's just going to be a beautiful thing that we'll have here for the whole year. So make sure you take a minute to do that. We're going to have that available for the next probably couple of weeks. Okay, bingo night is coming. Is that this Friday? It is, isn't it? Woohoo! This is gonna be super fun. 6:30 Friday night. We're just gonna have some good fun playing bingo and being in community and raising some joy. Tell your friends. It's for everyone. It's for kids. It's for adults, teens. Invite people, and we'll raise some funds for Amani, but we'll also just to really have a good, fun time. If you'd like to help with that, maybe see Janet. I think she's kind of arranging that. So if anyone would like to be part of sort of volunteering to help, let her know. All right, this is the Daniel Namod concert that I'm so excited about, January 25th. Daniel is a huge voice in the New Thought community. He's written so much of the music. He just brings this beautiful vibe. So come to this concert. Tell your friends about this concert. It's amazing to me that he reaches out to us and says, hey, can I come up here and do a concert for you? That is like a dream come true for me. So he'll be here. He's amazing. On the 25th, doors will open at 6:30. If you get your tickets in advance, they're 20. If you get them at the door, they're 25. So you can get them afterwards if you like. If you want to just buy your ticket, you can go to our website from the Discover Center, from the Discover Center. But you can also just go directly to Venmo or PayPal, and we have these cards that are all around for donating. You can scan them, and then just make sure you write Daniel Namod concert in the message, and then we'll know that that's what that ticket is for, and we'll get your name down. Yes, share it on your social. Share it with all the people in your life who you know would love some heart-centering music, some music that will bring you back to that centered space and just beautiful um, music that he writes and performs. It's lovely. All right, so this is the class I was talking about. I'm going to hand the mic over to Reverend Pixie to talk a little bit about the 4 agreements.
Hey there. Yeah, I got my Daniel. John and I have our Daniel Nemod tickets. Y'all, yeah, be getting in there and get that. So anyway, we've got 4 agreements coming up at the end of the month. And we've got one during the day here in the center on Tuesdays. And we have one Wednesday evenings from 6 to 7:30 on Zoom. So whether you're a day or evening, kids, no kids, whatever, we got something for all of you. Oh, yeah, sign up. So we used to have some clipboards. And if your name was on the clipboard, Kelly, who's our class assistant, she's also on our board, she has contacted you and let you know what you need to do to register. Well, we're not doing that anymore. If you didn't put your name on the clipboard or you haven't heard from Kelly, please just go directly to the member vault, the Amani Center member vault. The Amani Center Discover Center. Yes, go there. And you will be able to register for the 4 agreements. Now that I've made that very clear, Gina, what you got? So I'm going to give the computer register stuff back to her. I just teach spirit.
Yeah, so if you want to pay with a check or cash today, you don't need to go to the Discover Center. We'll get you included. The Discover Center is our sign-up vault, and it is on at theamanicenter.org, so you can reach it there. You can also, just like with buying a ticket for Daniel Namod, you can use one of these codes. Again, just make sure you write what it's for. So if you're going to sign up for 4 agreements, then you would put 4 agreements and either day or night, or Tuesday or Wednesday, so that we know which class to drop you into. And then Kelly, who is on our board, will be sending out information to confirm that you're in the class, to let you know about getting the book, to remind you where to be, when to be, how to get all those details. So you can use PayPal, you can use Venmo, you can use the AmaniCenter.org and go to the Discover Center, sign up for classes. You can sign up afterwards here, and we can help you with that. So lots of great ways to sign up. Yes. Yeah.
That's a good question. That is a great question. That is a great question. If she asked, if you miss a day in the center or you can't be there during the day, can you Zoom in? Yes, absolutely you can. You guys can switch them up a little if you want to. Everything is always, well, never mind. So yes, the answer is yes.
And I believe the Zooms are going to be recorded, correct, Reverend Pixie? So that people, if they miss one and they just can't get there? Okay. So easy. Yes, it's really nice to do that, because then if you just can't do it one week, you can still stay up to speed on that. So fantastic course. I know I say this all the time. This will be my 6th time taking it. I'm taking it again. It's such a great way to start the year. It's a great way to get back into your practice. These 4 elemental agreements that if you honestly, you could focus on one of these and you're going to have transformation, but if you manage to work on all 4 of these, your life will transform. You will up level. That's just how it works. So great class, great price, wonderful teacher, great. It's going to be great people in it. I think we're going to have a really great energy. So yes, don't sleep on that.
Starts a week from Tuesday.
Yes, so it's the 29th for Wednesdays and the 28th for the Tuesday in person. I love that you can switch. That's cool. All right, Course in Miracles every Thursday, 3 p.m. at Mark Yeager's house, Mark and Carol's. Also yoga class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays across the parking lot at the ballet studio. Meditation every Saturday here at 9 a.m. You guys, you got to show up for this. People who are showing up for this are having miracles, and I'm one of them. So just take this time to come and sit in meditation. Sometimes there's just 2 of this. That doesn't even matter. Sometimes it's more, but what matters is that you take that time and you open up to what Spirit's trying to bring to you. All right, here's some dates and things to stay tuned for. The art sessions with Allison Tomei, we're hoping to start those next month. We actually started this month. We had the first one, but the idea was to keep doing this. So hopefully as of next month, we'll have one a month, an art session with Allison Tomei here in the space. Allison's super talented artist, and she brings envisioning and makes it, I mean, it's a really rich experience. And then the other is our fundraiser for February, the I Love Spaghetti All You Can Eat fundraiser. So that date is February the 15th. So that's a great way if you want to, instead of going out on Valentine's Day in crowded restaurants, come here the day after and fall in love with spaghetti and your significant other, or just the spaghetti too. That's good. And come and have spaghetti and have a good time. We usually do some karaoke. It's just a chance to be in community, raise a little money, break bread together. Great price for all you can eat spaghetti. All right. There we go. All right. So I think that's all our announcements. So thank you for your attention there. Let's silence your phone if you haven't already. And now we'll go within and we'll bless the service. All right. Just receiving a cleansing breath in. If it's comfortable, allow your eyes to close as we drop into that sacred space within each and every one of us that is connected to all that is, to spirit, to the divine, to each other, and certainly at our deepest level to ourselves, where all is well, where we remember that all is well, where we remember that we are empowered and that we are pure abundance and truth and joy and love and strength made manifest, and that is what's happening right now, and that's what's happening in this service. I know today's service unfolds divinely, that everyone who needed to be here has shown up, whether they're online or in the space, even watching later, and that we receive exactly what we need to receive, that it comes to us, and that we give what we need to give. Even sometimes we don't realize we're giving, but we touch each other's lives in this community of love, of hope, of joy, of abundance, of connection, of peace. And so I'm so grateful for the Amani Center for providing this place for us. I'm grateful for everyone who shows up to make these service work. The music from One Voice, the sound person, our live stream person, our virtual assistant, Catherine, who's out there putting it all together for us, all of our volunteers in the space today, our practitioners, our ministers, our speaker, our greeters, our people who help with the food, with the setup of the space, for Michael for taking down our Christmas tree and putting that away, all the people who are showing up to do the good work of making the center work, and that is it's just flowing out into the world. And so I'm so grateful to be part of that with all of you. And so from this place of gratitude and joy, I release this word into the law, knowing that as I speak it, it is done, and that all is truly well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, so I'm going to bring up our practitioner of the day, Jamie, to do our affirmation.
Good morning, Amani. I'm Jamie. I'm one of the practitioners, and today we are going to be reading an affirmation by our beautiful Reverend Donna Appadone. So we're going to say this 3 times together. The first time we're going to say it with excitement and enthusiasm. The second time we're going to whisper it. And the third time, please join me mentally. Let us begin. I look to the best of my past to forge the best of my future. I look to the best of my past to forge the best of my future. I look to the best of my past to forge the best of my future. And together we say, and so it is. Another beautiful song from our One Voice.
We love songs about water. And can't explain it. It's just, so when Mar said this morning, who's here for the first time? I had this urge to raise my hand. In a weird way, in a super weird way.
Interesting.
But the thought was that this version of me is here for the first time. And this song is called The River. And the river's never the same. It's always beautiful. It's always different. It's always life-giving, but it's never the same. So I don't know where I'm going with that.
You went. You
Just
did it,
can't,
yes.
yeah, you just can't expect every day to be the same, right? They can all be fantastic and good, but they can be different. And it's a new year, new rebirth. We're going to be different every day. I'll stop now.
The river is a healer. The river is a sage. The river knows no end, and the river feels no age. The river is a leader every single day. It's living in the moment, and it always finds a way. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down to the water, by the water I feel whole. The river calls me over. It's calling out my name. In the day and in the night I hear that river roll the same. It's calling me over, calling out my name. Oh, a river gathers tears just like a river gathers rain. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Traveler, always on the go. A river never worries if it's fast or if it's slow. River, take me to where I need to go. Oh, and I will just relax and let the river flow. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down to the water, by the water I feel whole. When I go down to the water, by the water I am whole.
It's now time for our meditation. So if you can take anything off your lap, let your feet rest in the ground. And just like the river, I'd like you to go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. And as it goes out, feel the river of light coming down to the top of your head. And feel that beautiful light of love and peace come down your face, relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, allowing that river of love to go down. Let your shoulders drop. Let it go down into your heart and feel the energy of that in your heart. And that energy flows down to your legs, relaxing your legs, relaxing your feet. And allow that peace to just come over you for this meditation. Enjoy. Staying in this moment of peace and love, I'd like you to bring to mind anyone who might need extra loving energy, extra healing, and allow that river of light that's flowing through your body, and we see it in that person or that situation, or we see it becoming brighter inside of us, knowing that there is one presence and one power in this universe, and it is love, and it always says yes. So we know this, and we send this out into the universe knowing that it is done and all is well. And together we say, and so it is. So now another beautiful song from one voice.
Have I talked enough? Apparently not. The song is Church of the Earth. And it talks about the ceiling is high to let your soul rise. And when you're weary of clouds, you come back down to this precious ground. This is Church of the Earth.
Your soul rise up to the angels who teach you to fly. And when you're weary of clouds, it helps you back down and welcomes you home to this high low ground. This heartbeat is gilded in gold, gilded in heaven below, heaven above, heaven we know. Here in this world, here in our holy church of the earth, church of the earth, gilded in rust, for heaven below and heaven above, heaven we know. Here in this world, holy church of the earth.
Happy New Year. I know that was so 3 weeks ago, but I haven't seen you since then, so. You know me, if you give me a word, I look it up, I look for that definition, and then I give it a whole new life in my own vocabulary. And conveniently, that is exactly what the word rejuvenate means. I love that word. It's a transitive verb. I know that because I looked it up. I don't know what a transitive verb is, but I looked it up and I found out it's a transitive verb. And it means to make young or youthful again, to give new vigor to, or to restore to an original or new state. Thank goodness for Merriam-Webster. I wouldn't know any of this stuff without them. Our theme this month is reboot and rejuvenate, and we are in the right place because that's what we love to do at this time of year, isn't it? We want to reboot every January. We want to rejuvenate. And it's not just us. It's not just our culture. We do this in January because that's what we call New Year's. But all over the world, there are cultures that have the same kind of traditions. The New Year is celebrated at different times. Chinese New Year is going to be next month. Nowruz in Iran is another one. And the Aboriginal cultures in Western Australia, Diwali every fall in India, they all have practices that involve shedding something that no longer works and bringing in something new that we hope will work a whole lot better than what we've done before. Now, in Western culture, I think there are two reasons that we want to reboot and rejuvenate in January. For one thing, we are so tired of the holidays by now. It's a lot of work, and we're worn out, and we just want to spend a little time not wearing red and green, wearing blue, and just chilling a little bit. A nice way to recover. There's another reason, too, because as we hit the new year, we all start thinking about new possibilities. Why is that? Every January we say, you know what I want to do? I want to take a class. I want to cook something new. I want to try a new recipe. I want to find love this year. It all seems to happen with possibility in January. And let's face it, here we are on the 19th of the month. You may have already given up those things that you were going to do a little bit differently. Oh, you're laughing. Can you relate? Well, this talk is for you. I like the part of the Merriam-Webster definition of rejuvenate that says to make youthful, to make young again. Because I've been taking a dive into my youth recently and meeting up with some people and sharing and thinking about some old times that have been very special to me. A lot of people have bad memories of their youth, but usually even if you have bad memories of your youth, you can reach deep inside and find something that's a little bit fun that will help you rejuvenate. My family had a lot of traditions, lots and lots of traditions, but we also had some spontaneous decisions, like the summer when my parents decided that it was perfectly okay to have hot fudge sundaes for dinner, but only once a week. Connecting with our youth, whether it's good or bad, gives us a great way to rejuvenate. It's just nice to really touch base with the people you grew up with. I do that about once a year, getting together with some high school friends and some college friends and just talking about, every time we get together, we fall in love all over again. Have you found that to be true? It's like we were never apart. Well, the cliques are gone. The competition is no longer there. But other than that, we're just so much in love. The love remains with us even after so many years. Some people have aged better than others, but we don't talk about that. We just love each other. I wish that that were true in all parts of my life. And maybe that's something you want to work on too. Looking at all parts of our life with no bad feelings, just love. Just love. Connecting with the people mentally or in person who you care about, and remembering that love and that rejuvenation. The same is true when I visit with my favorite cousins. We get together every once in a while and we talk about exactly the same stuff that we talked about when we were kids. All the music, all the family, all the art, and we feel rejuvenated every time. It's so wonderful. I go to a concert or I go to a museum and I feel the same thing. I have the memories of going there when I was a kid. I have the memories of art that I saw or music that I heard, and I feel rejuvenated. The same with a favorite food or a smell or a song that I love. I feel rejuvenated. No matter what your experiences were when you were young, you can find that fun thing that you can relate to that still brings a lot of joy. It's a good way to recharge your batteries. I was also thinking recently about the carefree days of being about this tall. Riding bikes, playing in the park, feeling safe, feeling happy with my friends. Those were the days when we could knock on the door and say, "Can Charles come out and play?" And they almost always said, "Yes, here he is." I love that. We learned how to be friends when we were yay big. We learned how to laugh together even before we had formed a sense of humor. We learned how to catch turtles and minnows in the creek behind our house. We learned how to pick each other up if we slipped and fell on a rock. And we learned how to dry off really quickly because our moms had told us, "Don't you dare go near that creek without any of us and fall in the water." We had to learn to dry off really fast so they wouldn't catch on. I think it worked. When I really want to rejuvenate, I think about those friends. I think about who I want to sneak off with, who I trust to fall in the water, and who I trust to pick me up when I fall in the water. It's usually a very short list of friends, and it's usually a very easy lift. I also think about how my dad used to talk to me when I was 4 years old. My family called him the professor because he was always so philosophical. But he truly believed what we all believe, that we have the power to change our lives, to be healthy, to change whatever we don't like about our lives and make it better. And as he taught me those lessons, he always used words that were way over my head when I was 4 years old. He'd say, "Let's ruminate on this." Or he would say, "What is your modus operandi?" Who talks to a 4-year-old like that? So, when I want to rejuvenate, those experiences remind me not to dumb it down, to speak about what we know in New Thought, in Science of Mind, speak without proselytizing, but find a way to share that message. Maybe use smaller words, but get that message across just the same. I take a walk every day. It's just 1.5 miles. It's not a huge walk, but it clears my mind. It gets my blood circulating. I feel really good about it. And about halfway, I have a very walking neighborhood, too, that I live in, so that's nice. About halfway through the walk, just about the time that I'm ready to turn around and go back, I pass a house that has half a dozen rose bushes right in front of the house, right where I'm walking by. And every day, I stop and smell a rose on one of the bushes, maybe a couple of them. And after years of walking and smelling and sniffing, last fall I finally met the person who lives there after all those years. And I said, "Thank you for planting these roses. They are so beautiful." And maybe it's my imagination, but I feel like every one of those bushes smells a little bit different. And she looked so surprised and so proud, and she said, "That is exactly why I planted those." So what a nice way to rejuvenate, to literally and figuratively stop and smell the roses, and to notice all of the different fragrances that they give us. And don't forget about the dogs. Don't forget about the dogs. I learned a long time ago in New York that maybe a person passing me on the street will not give me the time of day or even look at me, let alone say hello. But if I say hello to their dog, I win them over like that. And it works in other countries too. No matter where I go, I can say, "Hi, puppy." And I immediately make a canine friend, and I immediately make a human friend. It's just a nice way to rejuvenate and reboot. Not too long ago, a friend of mine told me some big news about his health. It was a pretty serious conversation, and it shook me a little bit, and I wasn't really sure why. So that gave me a great opportunity to look at some of the fears that I had accumulated when I was a small person about death. How could I look at this a little bit differently now that I'm older? How I felt about death then is entirely different than how I feel about death now. And as I've grown older and maybe wiser, I feel like that doesn't work for me anymore. And I need to find a new way to look at these things. So I decided that I would eliminate my long-held fear. And do you know what happened as soon as I eliminated it? All the teachers showed up. All of them showed up. You know that Buddhist saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears? 6 of them in about a week. All showed up to tell me how they had dealt with fear and gone from fear to acceptance around death. They were fascinating stories, and they helped me a lot. That's quantum theory, isn't it? As soon as you see something, it's different. As soon as you see something, you're different. I was a little raw for a couple of days, but then I realized I could shed that old skin, and I could put on something that fit a little bit better, maybe a lot better. If you have something you want to shed this January, it's not too late. Have you ever read Dune? Are you familiar with the Dune litany? I want to read it to you. It's very short. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Pretty good stuff, huh? We savor some of the memories of our youth, and we look to rejuvenation as that opportunity to eliminate some of the things that we thought when we were young, and now we see they don't work for us anymore. It also reminded me of that really old Peter Gabriel song called Sledgehammer. Do you remember that? I kicked the habit, shed my skin. This is the new stuff I go dancing in, he said. Yeah. Don't you love that? We feel rejuvenated. We shed the old stuff. And as we bring in the new stuff, I think we should all go dancing in. What a nice opportunity that's right here in front of us. And just one more thing for you to ruminate on. Mindfulness in the process of rejuvenation. Every year during the holidays, I do a big jigsaw puzzle, 1,000 pieces. I do nothing else for about 2.5 days, just the jigsaw puzzle. And my sister-in-law knows this and sends me one every year. I thank her and hate her at the same time. I just sit down and do it. But it's kind of a Zen experience. I don't know how you do jigsaw puzzles or if you do them, but if I try to figure out what the picture looks like and where the pieces go, it's a mess. But when I let go, when I just say, oh, there's the picture, there are the pieces. Huh. It takes 2.5 days because it's 1,000 pieces, but everything fits together so nicely. And isn't that how it should be, with an intuitive approach to rejuvenation? So that's what I share with you today. Be mindful. Don't overthink it. Look for those little places that spark a memory that you can use going forward. and let all the pieces fall into place. Because that's what Merriam-Webster told us about rejuvenation. It's to give new vigor. Happy New Year. And happy rejuvenation. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Donna. That's just what we need, just some simple steps that we can use to rejuvenate ourselves. So, love it. All right, now it's our joyful time of giving, our time to support the Amani Center, the space that we have to show up in and rejuvenate and hear wonderful speakers like Reverend Donna and hear music and do workshops and classes. And whatever you give, however you feel is right to give, we're so grateful for you. Here are some ways that you can give. There are in the white seat backs, there are these cards that have PayPal and Venmo codes. So you can scan those and make a donation that way. You can set up a recurring through your bank. You can go to the AmaniCenter.org. If you're at home, you can always go to the AmaniCenter.org and hit that donate button. Whatever you give, just know that that helps to keep this good work going on, us walking the path to peace together, paying all the bills that need to be paid. So I'm going to ask our practitioner of the day, Jamie, to come up, sort of bless your offerings as you're giving them, and then we will sing as we pass the basket.
All right, if we can go ahead and either put your hand on your heart or take your offering, put it against your heart, and just feel that there is an overabundance of cells and blood in your body that are pumping that beautiful heart right now. And that heart is the beat of the earth, and it's the beat of the universe. It expresses love. It expresses oneness. It expresses peace. And our offerings in our lives and our abundance in our lives are an expression of that. And so I see the Amani Center thriving with every little tiny piece that it needs to thrive. And I see that also in your lives. With every heartbeat, we are abundant, we are supported, we are loved. And so we send this out into the universe knowing that it is done. We are supported, we are loved, we are here for a purpose. And together we say, and so it is.
Give from your heart, give from your soul. Love made you whole. Hey, yeah, hey, yo, hey, yeah, hey, yo. From your heart, give from your soul, and be joyful. Love made you whole. Hey, yeah, hey, yo, hey, yeah, hey, yo, hey, yeah, hey, yo, hey, yeah, hey, yo.
You guys know Outcast? This song reminds us of that so much.
Abundance in our lives, in the Amani's lives, we all say, hey, yeah.
or did they kind of just, okay. The kids didn't really do a thing. So that's okay, a little break. Monica got to sit in the room, so that's nice.
No, she did.
She didn't?
Over. Lexi's just here, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like there's a story.
All right, well, knowing all is well there, we are going to stand and sing our closing song together. So go ahead and stand up, reach out and touch a hand if that feels good. And the words are up there for us.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
As you rejuvenate, remember that the best part of you is the part that has always been within you. Remember who you are.
Woo-hoo. Hey, everybody, show up Friday for bingo, Saturday for Daniel Namont, and Sunday for Daniel Namont. Big weekend next weekend. Have a great week.